Bum. 50 minutes of heat brought to you by the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Get offers on select models for a limited time. Learn more at Lexus.com. Miami Heat back on the hardwood tonight against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Come for you, Jay Crawford. Miami Heat sweep the weekend. They beat the Hornets, beat them down 126-108. That's how you start the NBA Cup. That's how you start the NBA Cup.
That was a fun
I
game.
still don't know the rules. I'm very confused. I was like, oh, that's why Spo was like going for the lead. I was like,
oh, because the point differential?
Point differential counts, yeah.
Right.
Point differential counts. They're number one now. They
have the point differential.
They did. They beat they won by 18 and the Bucks I think won by 16. So they
don't the top two teams go though?
I think so.
Okay.
Think so. But there's still I think 3 more to go.
3 more to go and they got to play. Well, it all figures out because you got 4 in your right? You got 4 and you play all the other 3 teams.
The next one I think is Friday in New York.
Oh.
Good week. It's gonna be this is gonna be a fun little week. Good week this past week because the Heat did this without Bam Adebayo.
Yeah.
He's in a walking boot.
I'm surprised you didn't come in here talk about Nico.
Oh.
Hey,
wow.
the thing that it was hilarious, that little bleep-eating grin he gave when he shot it from the logo almost, he's like,
I'm gonna try and not look at Eric Spoelstra. Don't look at me, Spo. That was Dan, did you see that shot that Nico took?
That didn't hit nothing.
He was on a heater during this game, and then he just decided to take a double step back from nearly 30 feet, and it hit nothing.
Heat check.
An absolute heat check.
It hit nothing. And it was like I think it was a television timeout.
Oh my God.
So we had to go back to the bench. Like, oh my goodness.
It was crazy. But the Heat beat Portland. Portland has been killing it. Portland's beating the Thunder. They beat the Lakers. They beat Denver. They've beaten everybody in the West. They come in here, Miami Heat. It was a great game. Great back and forth between these two teams.
I mean,
great back and forth between these two
teams. Did it
teams.
not look like that was going to be a blowout again in the beginning?
Well, the other way.
Yeah.
The other way. It started the opposite. Well, the Friday's game was crazy, okay, because the Heat broke a record, 53 points in the first quarter. And you're just like, well, this only has one way to go. Because that was
third quarter.
That was incredible. And of course, like all of the baskets dried up in the second quarter. But they could not miss. I mean, it was like it was like Oprah. Everybody got a 3. Fontecchio got a 3. Drew Smith got a 3. Wiggins got a 3. And they finished with 53 points in the first quarter. It was all eradicated by the time we got to halftime.
Which is crazy.
But then in the fourth quarter, Jaime Jaquez Jr. Oh my God. He embarrassed not one, but 2 Hornets rookies. He snatched Buddy's ankles at the wing, drove past him, and slammed it on that giant intangibles that they got. What a play by Jaime Jaquez.
Jaquez faking the pass. He put James down and then cracks it on Colt Britter. Jaime Jaquez Jr. How dare you? Oh, give me the 10th letter of the alphabet any day of the week, Amy.
Wow. That was a play. He has been incredible this year. He has been incredible. But he was absolutely bullying the Hornets, but that play to cap it off there on Friday night, and mind you, obviously an emotional night. Eric Spoelstra's first game after his house was burnt down, has his kids up there with him at the pregame press conference, Leroy. And then afterwards he was just like, he was asking, like, what would you want to do? And he's like, ideally I'd like to go home. And you're just like, damn. All of a sudden it's just like it just hits you because you're like, oh, this is all I gotta figure this out afterwards. But what a performance by Jaime Jaquez Jr. Norman Powell, what a godsend. I can't believe this. We got this guy for peanuts. Why didn't they want him?
No, it's not.
Why didn't they want him?
It's not a matter of wanting him. Like, it's one of those deals where you figure out how much he's going to be worth, and you don't want him to go walk for free because you know if you let it get to that point, somebody's going to offer him more money than you want to give.
Yeah, but
Simple
wouldn't you
as
have,
that.
even if that's the case, like they got Kevin Love and Kyle Anderson for him, wouldn't you just ride it out?
No, that's kind of
That's literally getting nothing for him.
But that
Hey,
like
thank you.
to some teams, and you hear this in all sports. I mean, we had the same situation with now we get draft picks, a third rounder, but we had the same thing with JP. Like trying to figure out what you were going to have to pay him versus him being able to walk.
Yes, but you also have to make those decisions. Like, remember they did that with Calais last year because they were kind of in the race, and they're like, do we trade him? Do we not trade him? Like, if I was the Clippers, I would have been like, I mean, we got to keep. First of all, you got James Harden and Kawhi Leonard. They are not making it through a season. Like, y'all would have just had that
I think
insurance.
surprisingly, we make fun of James Harden. He doesn't miss a boatload of games.
He's got a hamstring injury coming up somewhere.
You know it's coming.
It'll pop up somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, not pop.
But Norman Powell, my God, this dude is just such a dynamite scorer.
Yeah.
And he's vibes, dude. And he's vibes.
He just got good vibes.
He's just there. He's
did you like the shimmy?
Oh, did I like the shimmy?
Did you do it? Did you do it? Did you do the shimmy with it?
No, too embarrassing for me to do that. You know, you got the moobs sticking out. I can't do it like he does with the tight t-shirt. You know, I can't do that. But I did love it. I I love that he was there playing around with Nico in the winner's circle afterwards. It's fine. I'm just so happy for him. I'm happy. This team is so enjoyable to watch what they're doing, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. This was Spo on Nico's big game against Portland.
I liked his energy. I liked his intent. He was assertive, aggressive on both sides of the court. You can choose to float or you can choose to insert your will on a game. And it's not about like how many points you score. It's about imposing your will on a game. And you felt his will on the game. I gave him a hard time that last ISO. He did a double step back James Harden, three. I would have liked to see what happened if he imposed his will on that possession. I think that's a growth opportunity. He hasn't been in that situation very often where we just say, open, you create a play for us. But I think he would have gotten into the paint and made the right play. But I just like the assertiveness, tonight.
I love it from him because he obviously needed it. He's had a little bit of a tough start to the season, but I think one of the things you're going to wonder with Bam out is like who is going to take advantage of this opportunity. And I think that he was there when they needed him. They needed that aggression from him, and he had some willy-nilly plays where he's like throwing the ball into the stands for sure. I think he had 6 turnovers in the game, but I finally liked him trying to make things happen. Didn't feel like he was hesitating.
I think that's like you need people on your team like that.
Did get teed up though.
Huh?
Got teed up.
You need people on your team like you need people that are going to be aggressive. That they're lightning in a bottle. And then you have to just kind of have them avoid the mistakes, but you got to work through that. That's one of the things I get irritated about with Khalil, right? Sometimes you got to coach them through those moments.
Yeah.
Whether it's hard or whatever. But at some point, it's going to be a time in the season or a game where you're going to need the best version of Khalil. And if you've never forced him to play that way during a game, who's to say he's going to be able to respond to it?
I think that he's done a good job the last couple of games. Like he has started off slow, but I do think that his second stint, he's done a lot better. I thought that, this past game, he was getting a lot of loose balls. He was getting a lot of rebounds. So I think we are seeing some of that with him. It's just, a matter if we can get him out of the gate with it. But he was, they needed that because Klingon was having a good performance at the start.
Moose.
Yeah, he's a moose.
He's just pushing Khalil and pushing Nico all around.
But he responded strong in that game. So
right.
I liked that from Khalil. And then I wish Frog, nothing against having you here, Dan Day. We love you, but I wish Frogboy was here just so I could yell at him for how he treated Drew Smith.
Yeah.
I wish I could just have him on the phone right now so I could yell at him for how he's treated Drew Smith. Because let me tell you something about Drew Smith. This dude's a needle mover.
He's not in there to score 30.
He is.
Like, do you know why he's there? He's a menace to the other team's offense.
Does he steal like 2 possessions a game where he's just
Yes.
in the backcourt and like, foop, takes the basketball because they're not paying attention because he's just locked in at all times? And this frog boy had the audacity to kick him while he's down. Well, not anymore, frog boy. You're going to answer for your Drew Smith crimes. One day, when you decide to show up, because you know who always shows up? Drew Smith, unlike you. Ridiculous. That's fueled by deuces. Stay on the lily pad. Crazy. I love it, though. Team is playing great. This was Norman Powell after the Portland win.
Just for me, talking to them mentally, young guys, they worry about the other things, the missed shots, the turnovers. They get upset when they don't make a play that they feel like they should shot or pass. They're very selfless guys, but they get down on themselves a little bit, especially Nico. So just staying in his ear throughout the course of the game, before and after. Keeping them positive and not focused on the mistakes. I told him. After the first time out, I don't want to see his body language go down when he makes a bad play, turnover, missed shot, or whatever. Like, stay even kill. It's a long game, and he's too talented for that. And I thought he did a great job tonight, staying with it in attack mode, reading the game, getting to his spots, and making the plays that were in front of him.
Norman Powell, leader. Wow. Well, tonight's a big one. You got the Cavs in town. Obviously, they put the Miami Heat. They spiked them into the ground in the playoff series. So if the Heat can get no Bam tonight, still dealing with that toe in a walking boot.
You believe me yet?
I'm very scared.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. There's a few things that
Christmas?
I've experienced firsthand.
Christmas.
You don't know.
Thanksgiving.
You don't know because guess what? You can't walk around and play on a boot. You got to put a shoe on. And once you try to squeeze that shoe on around that toe, you might not be able to walk.
How about Asia Wilson's making fun of him on Threads about the boot?
Yeah. That's what happens.
I mean, you can't look cool in a boot.
No.
It's too bulky. You look like a cyborg.
Nope. But guess what? If you try to be uncool without that boot and you step on that toe, you'll be like, where the boot? Where the boot? Give me the boot.
Yeah, the last person I remember doing that, Frog Boy, who tried to cure himself.
He limped around for 7 weeks for an injury that should have lasted 2 or 3 weeks.
Idiot.
There you go. Hard-headed.
Take a break. Good job by the Heat. They're back at it tonight, 7:30 from the Kaseya Center. It'll be boots on the ground. And you got your coverage here, 6:15 pre-Heat. Solana and Tommy Tag will get you going.